Hey everyone, welcome back to Open Mic Workshop. My name is Mike, and this is where we learn to record music at home because studio time is expensive and we have back problems. If you're new to the channel, seriously, we focus on how to record music from the comfort of your home, how to record, mix, produce, and distribute music from the comfort of your home. And it's not influencer perfect. I'm not here to sell $5,000 plugins or hardware. I'm just here to show everybody how to record music at home with some level of quality and be able to distribute that music. I'm a little late this week because holidays. I hope everyone out there had a fantastic holiday, but I wanted to make it up with something that would be truly useful. How to record your guitar using Cakewalk. I'll walk you through how I prep, how I record, and then a little trick that I discovered with my acoustic electric guitar that you might want to take advantage of. Anyway, let's jump right into it. Before you touch your DAW, before you even think about hitting record, you first need to know how to play the song that you want to record here. This should be obvious, but you need to find the chords or the tab for the song that you need to play. Unless you already know it, then you don't need to look them up. If you already got it memorized, you're one step ahead of everyone. But if you don't have it memorized, you find the chords and or the tabs for the guitar riffs, the guitar solos, whatever you choose to play, and then you need to save them to your computer and you need to practice. So look at the song, practice the song, sing along with the song, make sure what you're playing sounds something similar to the original song that was recorded. You're making a cover song, so you want to emulate the song as much as you can. You can completely radically change the sound. Let's say it was a very lush acoustic sound, but you wanted to go with a more hard rock edge. You can definitely do that. But you want the chords at least to be consistent, and they have to follow the flow of the song. So once you get the information, you have to practice the song. So practice it until you know it. Recording is not the time to learn the song. Recording is to show what you've learned about how to play the song. So make sure you know how to play the song before you begin. That's very critical. Once I'm ready to record, I open Cakewalk and make sure I've got a basic beat or a click track set to record the BPM for the song, the beats per minute. Next, I'll add a new audio track for my guitar, and then I go ahead and arm it for the recording. And here's the basic setup that I use. So my guitar here, it just connects out down to my pedal, and my pedal has an input and an output, and the output of the pedal goes into the guitar slot on my audio interface. So the music is coming from my guitar through the pedal into the audio interface, and the audio interface is connecting into the computer, and the computer is registering that sound within Cakewalk. This isn't very fancy. It's a very basic setup. That's what I'm using. You could have much more complex interfaces with different components, but the one I'm using, that's just the flow and how it works here. And from here, you have two choices. You can record it clean so that you can add your effects or volumize or whatever you want to do later, or you can record it through a pedal like I do, so it sounds good as is, and you already feel a little better about what it's going to sound like. In other words, if your song is going to be heavily acoustic with more of a lush acoustic sound, I use the lush acoustic effect on my pedal, which just amplifies the sound and makes it sound in the direction I already want it to go to I can just add some additional effects later to improve the sound quality. And here's something I recently discovered, which means a bunch of you already know this and are quietly judging me. I play an acoustic electric combo guitar, and instead of choosing one sound, I record both at the same time. I mic the acoustic body, and I also plug the electric output directly into the interface as normal. Now both signals are coming into Cakewalk on the same track. After recording, I use bounce to tracks to split them into two separate mono tracks. Then I can pan one to the left, one to the right, add effects, volumes, and it makes it sound like I knew what I was doing from the very beginning. Alright, once the tracks are split, this is where I pretend I'm a producer. I can modify the volume like I stated. Now for tones, I would use a plugin, a guitar plugin. So the one I like or prefer is TH3. It's just a pretty generic one that's free and it's out there. You can download that. And inside the TH3, if you open it up, you can look across all these various amps, and all of these amps have their own different components, own different sounds. Some are more metal, some are more just pure volume enhancers. You also have actual pedals like flanger, phaser, etc. But I'm just going to choose this this amplifier setup here with a cabinet speaker, and I'm going to go ahead and try some different tunes here, and you can hear how it changes. But these are the effects that you can put on any guitar sound. So whatever comes in, you can make these changes to just improve the sound quality. Okay, so here's the quick recap before we forget what we've learned. First of all, obtain the chords or tab and learn how to play the song. Number 2, practice, practice, practice until it's second nature, until you really understand how to play the song. Third, you want to record to a beat. Unless chaos is your genre, I like to have a foundational percussion beat that I can play the guitar on top of. Fourth, you can choose to record clean, which is the most effective for many people, or if you already know what the sound is going to be in the end, you can start with a modest effect and then amplify that later as needed. And finally, if you've got an acoustic electric like I do, you can record both sounds at once and then use Cakewalk to actually split those two sounds into their own tracks, and you can pan them left, right, you can add your own individual effects to each sound. So it's just a handy way to record two sounds that are identical at the same time. If this helped, hit like, subscribe to my channel, and then in the comments tell me what you'd like me to cover next. I'll cover anything. If enough people ask for it, I'll cover anything. And that's it for me this week. Thanks for watching, and I hope you stay motivated. Later.
But I would walk 500 miles.